Yes, that global act. Yes. Somehow I think this is about contraception. Yes. Or is it about water? Pooch. It's about the pill? Yeah. Uh-huh. Condoms? Yes. Sterilization? Choo choo. The risk of having children, unprotected sex? Yes. Because of the lack of water in the atmosphere. Now, wherever you might live at, yes, you should decide if you want to have more children. And as soon as you enforce my rights and I sue you, yes, I'm going to make it available to you to not have to have contraceptives. Yes. A lot of African nations, it's cultural. You have 10 or 12 children. Yes. And I understand when people love each other. You're in there doing what you do. Every time you do it, it seems like you get pregnant. And every time you're pregnant, as long as you have enough food and shelter, you're plenty happy, plenty happy. Now, the sterility, yeah. Could you get me all the sterilization? There seemed to be this want of culling the herd of humanity because of the concerns of global warming. Yes. That we should decrease humanity because we keep having sex with each other. Yes. And the thought was sterilization was an answer to our problems. I think the answer is to actually increase the amount of water. Yes. And then watering the Sahara. Yes. And converting all that steam to electricity so that it's cooled into fresh water. Yes. And then dumping it all over northern and southern Africa so that you can have all the babies you want. Now, I know the Queen's probably disagreeing. But for every royal family member that wants to argue with me about this, yeah, the well, I'm actually going to do it. Yes. And you're going to support my right to do it because I'm going to tell all of humanity, yep, why don't you have sex with one another? Now, for the idiots that think that the problem is global warming and that's why we need contraceptives, yes, for every nation of the world that's looking at various kinds of legislation, it should be the governments of the individual nations that decide what their citizens need. Yes, but it makes the decision a lot easier if there's a lot of fresh water. Oh, a lot of presidents, Congress, parliaments, and legislatures, yes, when they know that they have an abundance of water available to their population, it makes it a lot easier for them to make decisions. Now, just give me the continent of Africa and all the supercomputers, yes, because I'm going to use this salt in various forms of technology. And then for each of the nations of Africa that have computers in their individual governments, I'm going to suggest that you're going to be buying your computer from me because of the fresh water that I'm going to provide to you. It's an additional expense to your individual populations, but I'm sure that all the citizens of the individual nations of Africa would want you as a legislature and a government to buy my hardware and my operating system and for any government of Africa to argue with me about the pricing of that.